Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. So we started the planning of our new town in the last episode, and we'll quickly try and finish that off today. We will keep an eye on some of these other things. I'm a little concerned about the lack of people we have, but we've got a fair bit of money now if we wanted to bring more people in. Actually, before we continue here, let's quickly head on over to our starter town, Termoilsky over here, where there's a lot of stuff actually underway, but we probably should make a start on some of our additional housing facilities over here. So let's quickly see about getting that underway as well. What we'll do is we'll probably just do, we will get a, you know what, I'll just quickly buy those, and then at the same time what I'll do is we'll suspend construction on two of them and allow construction to start on one of them. This is a park that we have over here. There's a fair bit of stuff. Oh, we've concluded the underground area here. Great stuff. So let's quickly see where can we walk to. Oh my goodness, we can walk to all of them, and we didn't even need that. So what do we have access to through here? Let's have a look there. Okay, under there we're getting all of that working. Things are generally looking pretty good. We can probably just do this as well. It's not gonna be a big deal for us, and we're doing our uranium studies and so on. This is supposed to be repairing some stuff. So how come? Let's just see if we are. So the truck should go over there, right? I think that's what's supposed to happen, right? The truck should head on over there. It's operating without issues, apparently. The vehicle is on the way? Oh. Let's have a look. Where is this vehicle? It's not on the way. It's clearly not on the way. And this one? That one might be coming over. Anyway, I'm not going to worry too much about that. We want to get the rest of our planning moving. How's our food here? Not there, here. I'm worried a little bit about this food. We need more people. Anyway, we won't be exporting the food if we don't have food for our people here. We should have a reasonable stockpile of food. Look at the clothing here. So we're pretty well maintained in this area. Might be time for another vehicle there, but anyway, we don't really have the unemployment that we would need. Okay, but anyway, everything seems to be going pretty well. Fairly happy, fairly healthy, and we'll go from there. Okay, now let's have a quick look. So we started off with our facilities here, our water facility. So let's quickly finish that off. Let's grab this, and I'm thinking, really? Must go. Oh, hang on. Yeah, it's the wrong. It's not the input. I wanted to check. Sorry, I'm going back. Let's fly back over here. I just wanted to check whether we needed. I think we need a pump after this facility. So let's have a quick look here. Yes, we do. We do in fact need a pump. So we will need to do a little something that helps us out with that. So let's fly back over and see about some sort of pump here. Not a substation, but a pump instead. So what I'm keen on doing is we can probably flip it, actually flip it around again. I like kind of doing it a little bit more like this. Yeah, that's kind of what we'll have in mind. Yeah, it's not ideal to have it just into the one side there, isn't it? Okay, well, let's do that. See about that. We'll go underground. And what we'll do is we'll do this. Right, that's fine. And then we could do one there. And then the question is, do we do one on this side also? I think we'll do that. So we can fill this thing up quicker than we can potentially distribute. We'll do something like that. Then getting out of here will be a bit of a problem. Ah. We should certainly be able to go underneath. Yeah, excellent. So that will work. Now, if we were to say, let's run more pumps over here, because that's kind of the way we're going to make this work. I'll get it to go the other way. So we'll have, actually, it's probably okay to have it go this way around. We'll do one there. We'll do one here for the time being. I think that's all we're gonna do, and we'll leave a fair bit of capacity to continue doing some other things as well. So we'll do that. So that will give us our initial areas, so we can kind of expand in this area out into different directions. Potentially, we will want to expand out to the other direction also, but we've got a couple of additional pieces here ready to go. But I think it's fairly tidy. What we're seeing here is fairly tidy. Okay, good. So that's our water pieces. This is our petrol station or our gas station. We've got a water tower over here. We've got our station. We do need to have a look at how we connect to both sides of the station. We have our preliminary power here. Now, what I will plan out is, let's see. I think what I'll plan out is two distinct high voltage wires. But I'm kind of wondering what is the appropriate one. If we do 8, so let's say, yeah, we can have multiples though. It's probably best to do at least a higher voltage, right? 15 megawatt maybe. 10 megawatt, 18 megawatt is pretty large, right? Let's forget about that for now. This one, actually, the 15 is a pretty good one. So what I'm keen on doing is maybe running them side by side. So we'll do that, and then what we want to do is leave enough room for another one to run up here. Yeah, that's okay. I'm not going to do that just yet though. So let's do that. I want to make sure we're leaving enough room though. Somewhere like that. Okay, and then what we want to do here is probably do a couple of the big 18 megawatts. So let's just get, now the question is high voltage switch. I'm not going to use the priority switches anymore, but if we were to use this one, I don't know if we can actually run. Yeah, probably I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to go and get these guys in here. Probably a little something like this. Right? I think that's kind of what I'm going to do here, so that we have two of them that can kind of distribute power into there. So let's grab the high voltage again. We say we're going to start off with one. Do that and run it up that way. There we go. The next one will be able to run in here and then up next to it. There we go. So that's kind of the idea. So now we'll definitely have additional spare capacity to run additional cables into our town. So that's kind of the plan for us over here. This gives us an area. So let's have a look. So we're running 15 megawatts. We don't need 15 to go in there. If we've got 6 of them, and let's say we're going to run this, the medium voltage wires that's underground. So the max we can do is, let's say 1.5 per cable. So we'll do 1, 2, that's 3. So it's 9 megawatts is the max that we can do here. So I'm kind of tempted to just run an 8 through there. So 8 and 8. So we're a little under capacity, really. So if we do something like that, I kind of like the idea of running that one. So now we can go and extend this to the other side potentially. So this is 15, so we can run another 8 out that way. So what's the largest one we can run here? So we can run a 7. We can now run a 7 on this side. Yeah, and then we can go underground to the other side. So let's do that. If we were to say we want another, and to be honest, what we'll do is we'll do a little something like this. Just over here somewhere. So let's add this road in there, just as a bit of a guideline. We might not use it. We might not end up keeping it as is because it's going to be a little bit too much of a grid, I think. But yeah, another one somewhere over there with another. Ooh, that's a what is that? That's a substation. That is one of the modded ones. I'd rather just go with the standard power transformer. Oh, this is not heavy. This is not heavy. Hang on. Get rid of that. That's almost did the wrong thing there. Give me this guy. There we go. That's the one. They're after there. And I need to double check that we're using the big one. I think we are using the big ones. So we'll do a little something like this over here. There we go. What I'll do is I'll run another 8 like so. Well, can we go smaller? 6. Yeah, probably not. Let's just run another 8 like that. And then we probably need to run, probably need to oversize that, to be honest. So let's run that one. We do that and we bring it in here. Excellent. So that gives us, and I like that little section there. It kind of showcases what we're doing. So now we're running that underground cable, high voltage cable through there. Should give us a fair bit of extra capacity on the other side. So now we've got multiple, we can bring power in from this side, power in from that side. We should have a fair bit of power available in that area. The big question is, however, if we were to, you know what? I'm kind of wondering if we run ourselves our nuclear power plant in this kind of general area here. Let's have a quick look. Is there anything? Let's make this a little bit bigger. See if there's anything in the way here. Uranium ore. Oh, so it's actually not a bad spot for it. So uranium will be very close to this area. So not at all a bad spot to maybe think about nuclear power plant in this general area. If we had I don't think the study is finished yet, but if the study is finished, we can see what kind of size that would be. At least a single reactor, I think. That was okay. Let's quickly go back to the other side. Have a look. Health has dropped a little bit. Not too bad, though. People seem pretty okay. Oh, this thing's done. My goodness. That's awesome. Are we are getting all of those picked up in this area. I love it. It's really efficient. So we're really building these things pretty quickly, I might add. We're building them pretty quickly. So let's see. Where can you go to from here? You can get to stores, you can get everything you need really, but you can't get to this. I'm kind of wondering, is there a way we can tie you in over there? Let's pause it for a second while I quickly upgrade. Not quite that. So what I want to do is upgrade this, upgrade that. Well, anyway, we can just upgrade all of it. To be honest, so do something like that, and then what I would like to do is just grab that and just make sure we get that all quickly done. So hopefully that gives us a little bit more room. What I also thought I might have a look at is if we could find ourselves something That would go... Oh, man, that's actually pretty good. That's going to be about as close as we can get there. So let's go ahead and pay for all of that. Now, can I see how far can we get? Oh, we're not going to get to the end there. Presumably, we could give another, add another, hang on, let's add another little slither there and pay for that. And at the same time, I might go ahead and, well, we don't necessarily, well, we'll do that. And we will also go ahead and just pay for getting those done. And so hopefully that means we can get there. Yeah, not quite. So they won't be able to get to that bus station there. But hopefully they'll be able to work the other areas. So let me bring in a few more people here. I would love to just keep adding a few more people. And we've got this facility available, so we'll add a few more in there too. They should be able to get to a university of sorts, right? Oh, they cannot. So these guys won't get it to a university. So we might consider a small medical university if we have one. So medical universities, we only have the big guy, right? Which is ginormous. And if we were to build it, I was thinking maybe it's all the way at the end over here. As a bit of a buffer between our more industrial areas. So anyway, we'll continue to sort that out, and we'll need to build some more stuff. Our roads here have been completed. There's nothing that's under construction here at the moment, I think. Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. I might look at making a start on this one. So we'll get that underway, and we'll hopefully get our crews to come and build that section of road. Everything else seems to be doing reasonably well. We've got everything we need here, really. Cannot store any more boards. I've taken the board. Why do we have wood here? I just clear the wood out. We should really not be taking wood in here. We just have steel available in this location. That's the only thing, really. I've got a second one here. Let's just see. So there's a fair bit of ash there ready to go. This is slowly dissipating over time. Similarly, this one should be dissipating. This should be just the standard here, and it shouldn't be a big deal for anybody. Ooh, that guy is needing a bit of wear and tear. So we need to have a bit of a look at that if we can. So let's just go back over here. I would love to just get the basics in place here and start the construction of some of the key things. So now with that in mind, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a nice big shopping center in the corner over there. So where's my shopping center? It's citizen pieces. So if we were to go for a large shopping center, I'd rather go large. So let's see what other modded ones we have available. So are we saying shopping center? Shopping. Okay, so the ones we have here that's a 35 tons shopping center, and this one too. Let's add both of them in there and quickly have a look when we try and add them. So we've got a couple of big ones now. This guy, it's just a single area there. That's okay. We can have a look at that. The other option is this one, which I love this one. This is a pretty cool one, especially if we have it next to our station like this over here. I actually want to like that a lot. If I flip it around, oh, this might be better. Do it this way around. And so it's not on our main road here. Plus we'll have a little bit of extra room. We need to set it back a little bit. So we'll do something like this. And what I'm going to do is on the opposite side of it, I'm going to plan out a statue, the big guy, to go into that intersection basically. So we'll do something like that. So that's a nice area. We should still be able to run a rail through there, so that's okay. Look at this money. We did bring in 100,000 rubles worth of foreigners, but it's doing pretty well everywhere. Okay, good. So that's the one. In terms of making that work, I do need to have a few extra facilities. So something like this, for instance, I think is quite important. If we were to do, actually, let's do it this way. No, we can't do it that way. So if we do it like that, let's leave it there. And then I wouldn't mind, oh, geez. Okay, let's see what kind of facilities do we have here. This is, oh, actually, it does go to multiple places. So what we would like to do is do a little something like this, for instance. And then if we can get a road cargo station, if we were to do that, I think that should be pretty good. Now, let's see if we can connect all of them. We should be able to connect that. We should be able to connect that. And we should be able to connect that. So there we go. And that should be fairly useful to us. We can get all of that going. I may as well go ahead and assign that for construction there. Not that anything here will be constructed just yet. We can do our own access points. What I thought I might do is something like that. Though that means we won't be able to walk that area. So I'd rather not do that. So it's probably better for us to do something like this and then have a walkway that goes through there. I believe we should have walkway access. Yeah, walkway there, walkway there, walkway there. So that should be fine. I believe what we'll do is we'll run a separate little loop road in here. So let's start planning that out for us a little bit. So if we were to run a loop road, say something like that, and maybe over here somewhere, and we'll close it back down over there. So I'm keen on doing something like that. Something like this. Yeah, then let's redo this little section so it's a little bit more of a tight curve. Yeah, something like that's looking a little bit better. What I wouldn't mind doing is just making sure that we've got road access over here for our petrol station. And what we'll do is we'll tie these together, but not from a roads perspective. This guy will need to have access of sorts right there for construction and the likes. We will need pretty centrally, we will need fire stations and things. So let's grab a fire station. Again, what can we do here? This is 4, that's 3, that's 2, that's 8. I don't think we need 8 though. That's a big one. I don't think we need that. I'd rather have more. Oh, really? 50-50? 30-40? Let's see about this guy. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Yeah, I don't mind that. That's okay. Let's do that one. We will probably do this, right? Let's do the F4 so we stop the snapping. Then if we do that, oh, I like that actually. That's pretty cool. We do need a hospital. Let's grab a hospital at the same time. So what kind of hospital can we get here? So that's the standard hospital. It takes about 90 patients. So maybe that's the same thing that we do there. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a large hospital. Yeah, I'd rather do, because we won't be able to walk everywhere, right? What is this? A big clinic there. That's 15, that's 150. This is huge. Not going to do the huge one. That's another big clinic at 75. It's not bad, actually. If we were to do it kind of right over there, yeah, I like that idea. We'll go ahead and tie that one in on this side. There should still be room. Yeah, still be room for that to kind of work through there. So everybody is now in a nice close vicinity to the petrol station over here. And that's, I think, a big part of what we need to do. We will need to plan out our garbage and the likes also. So some of the things I want to have a bit of a look at is whether we can, we have our technical services over here, right? That's construction offices. That's the technical services. We will need to kind of tie all of these together. And this is one of the first places that we'll need to get it to work. And then in this area, we could, hang on, let's just, before we get too crazy about, can I close that one out, please? Let's open this up a little bit bigger and just see we're not encroaching on any of these facilities, right? No, this area is absolutely fine. Let's close that back down again. Why is this dropping? Something's wrong. Let's just have a look. Starving. Okay, let's go back. I can't afford starving. That's a crazy one to have. Let's pause it for a second while we quickly have a look. Okay, it ran out. Why is the food over here? Okay, well, let's limit the amounts. We want 0 on that. 0 on that one. Happily, luckily we've built it already. It's cool that that the guys can get stuff built pretty quickly. That needs to be about at least 50. That needs to be maybe something like 25. And that's 25, and then nothing else. Okay, so we don't need anything there. We don't need anything there. We don't need anything here. Probably only need about 10 there, and we don't need anything here. So what we can do is we can go, this is be 65. 65 plus 5 gives us 70 plus the, yeah, that's fine. That's everything we need. Let's do that. So that's, yeah, that's a reasonable amount, to be honest. Okay, and now what we need to do is we need to swap it over. So our local, this guy needs a bit of a repair. Our local, where are you going? So you are dropping off over there. So I would like you to no longer, if you're going to the department store, what kind of vehicles do we have here? Do we have refrigerator? We do. So what I would like you to do is please just go with meat only. Okay, and then the rest of the stuff, I would like you to please go over here. So let's go and drop it off in that location instead, unload, and we'll do the food, the clothing, and the electronics. That's all that we're going to do. Their food, clothing, and electronics. So now, hopefully, it's going to keep that nice and full, and we're going to stop seeing issues with it. Over on this side, we may also be running out of stuff, so we might need to redo a little bit over there in due course. But we should be okay. What I'll do is I will activate construction on the next piece there. We wanted this one to also do a bit of work. Okay, so let's go ahead and tie that one in and get going. So now hopefully our guys will start the construction process over here. That road is not getting done. Oh, yeah, it is getting done. That's fine. We might actually, it might be a little bit hasty to be doing that road. But anyway, that's okay. Yeah, this is okay. I kind of like this idea. I think it would be pretty useful. Hopefully this isn't too disruptive and we can just run trains through this way. But all in all, that's pretty good. Let's, I think our starving situation should now start to resolve itself a little bit. No, starving yet again. What's going on with local? The other local? The other local is doing what exactly? City hotels. You know what we could do? We could add a few more vehicles to a mix, and what we'll do is we'll run you in here too, right? Clothing and electronics. And actually, we want you to be up at 90%. And we need a few more vehicles. So let's buy a few more vehicles. Like the covered hull variety. I think that should do the trick. So hopefully now it's going to start running out some more stuff here. Excellent. So hopefully that means we will see a little bit more food in here. We're obviously seeing more starving situations now. You should stop dropping stuff. Oh, okay, that was meat. That's okay. So we can sell meat, but we don't have any food to be sold. Goods are selling. Yeah, jeez. Where am I? Come on. Why are you? What did you bring? Clothing? Why are you bringing clothing? Local distribution. You should really not be bringing clothing here, right? Only meat now, right? The other stuff needs to go through the other one. So let's have a quick look. Is that filling up? Yeah. So we've got the stuff here. You should have access to electronics unless it's not quite right. Let's see. There we go. Electronics. Now you should have access to everything you need. Okay, we can certainly add more. There we go. Get more people to come and work here, please. Actually, let's just fill this guy out completely. There's a lot more unemployment now. People that can come and work here. Let's do that. Make sure we can service as many people through this site as possible. That would be really good if we can keep that maximized. Okay. Now I think I'm over that. So it's been a bit of a drop again with starving. So hopefully we will now see a little bit improvements here. Our police station is done, but we don't have any cars here. So let's just grab ourselves a couple of cars. Which cars am I using? We have a police station over here too, right? Which vehicles? Okay, that's those guys. So let's get some of those in place. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. So now, presumably, we will be able to manage any. Cannot export any fuel. Wow. Anyway, this is looking really good. Should be okay with this. Excellent. Look at that. Almost 1 million rubles ready to go. I like it. Okay, back to this again. We've got all of these. I would love to start our construction there. So let's just get a few more things in place that we would need here. So we've got fire. We've got this guy is called a hospital. We need a medical university, which I'm kind of tempted to place kind of right here. Actually, maybe the medical university can go on the other side. Something like this. Though, I think that side makes a bit more sense from a walkability perspective. Something like that's going to look pretty cool. We probably won't build that straight away, but let's at least leave some room for it. Okay, now we've got a university there. We need a police station. Let's go with shall we go with a larger police station? Let's see. Yeah, a larger police station could do the trick, and we could also get it to go next to the hospital over here. So that gives us a little bit of room in between for maybe another. Yeah, that's fine. Let's get that one on that side. Ooh, actually, let's move it a little bit down so that we can so we have room for a pathway on the other side. We can go ahead and do that. There should be a path there. There should be a path there. We could probably squeeze in a kindergarten somewhere over here or something else. Okay, so that's the basics. Okay, this is not quite what I had in mind, but I think that should be okay. Now, what I would like to do is let's get ourselves a little bit of housing in here. So if we were to say housing, we need a school though. Let's get. Is that the only things that we have? Okay, well, let's get a school going. Something like here. We could even do it. It will even fit in there quite nicely. Like so, if we do it like that, it should be quite accessible. And then a few kindergartens around this place. Oh, that's a nice little spot for it. We'll do one there. And probably a little something maybe on this side here. That should be pretty good. Now we've got kindergartens and schools ready to go. We do have the university, and we do have the police station. We don't have a courthouse, so it's probably good for us to do a courthouse also, a small one. Large courthouse. I wonder about a large courthouse. Especially if we put it slightly more to the back there. Might be a bit more useful to us. Let's place it there for the time being. We can always come back and make some changes there if we need to. Now that should be okay. Now let's just get some housing in here. And I would like to go with fairly sizable housing complex in this area, because we've got a lot of facilities ready to go here. So let's do that. Get ourselves... I like stepping them in like this, so it's a little bit more a kind of nice place. Then if we do... yeah, something like this. Should be pretty reasonable, actually. There we go. I think that's okay. And then we can still do a couple of little things on the corners there. So that's a pretty good little housing slither. Let's quickly get ourselves one of these little stars. Okay, I like that one there. And on the other side, we'll do maybe this one. Yeah, I like that. Okay, good. I like that. So now we can kind of plan out what we're going to do here with our paths. There we go. That's okay. Similarly, we will do something up here. There we go. And we will run that path up there. Yes, there we go. And we will start making a few connections. There we go, something like that, something like that. So we try and make it fairly easily accessible to everything there. So what I'll do is I will go ahead and activate that. So that's kind of our pathways through there. We will do some additional pathways as well, but that'll give us a pretty reasonable access point here. We will need to get a few things in place. So let's get some of these guys in place quickly. We could do one here for now. Okay, presumably we'll be able to reach most of it there. And similarly, I think we'll try and if we are going to we just need to make sure that we can run pathways around it. So we'll do something like that and see. Hopefully that gives us a fair go in this area. Excellent. Okay, so that's kind of the plan there. So what I'll do is I will start setting a few things up. So the first thing is, let's get our power out here. So power is an important first step for us. So what I might do is I might get that one in place, and we'll quickly build that, and then we'll see about running the 18 megawatts up here. So if we run 18 megawatts, There we go. Keep going, keep going. That's good. Up to about there, maybe. Through here. Up there. And up this way. Down there, and keep going, keep going. Okay, here we go. Now we're getting into the thick of it. So let's get it up to about here. And now, where can we actually tie you in? So can we? Come on. Okay, we can actually run you from there. Okay, that's good. So let's see. Ooh, okay. Okay, so that's our power infrastructure. I'm gonna go ahead. Well, that is super pricey, isn't it? At least we have the money for it. So let's get that in place. We do need to get that sorted out. That's good. So now we have. Oh, and it actually built everything, including the underground sections. Okay, so that's a little bit too extreme then. But anyway. Let's. What I'm happy to do is let's just get that built. So I want power in this area. And we'll get that built, and we'll get that built. Okay, so now we should have power here. Okay, that's good. We've got power there. We've got power here. Now we need to get our power distribution going. So if we were to say, that's a pretty reasonable spot for it. We'll place one in here. Similarly, we would like all of our water and sewer stuff in here too. So let's get a water substation. If we flip it around like so, we need to just bear in mind that we don't want everything kind of blocked out here. So let's do this one over here. I think that's okay. And at the other end of it, we need the sewage one to go this way, which I'm pretty comfortable with, to be honest. So let's just do that. Okay, so with that in mind, now everything here should be workable. Let's get our water in place first. So if we were to say bringing in water here, can we? Yeah, that's a pretty reasonable one. We'll try and get everybody to work on that for us. And similarly, if I wanted to get the sewage out of the way, that's awesome. This is super workable straight away. Nice. And of course, for power, let's run the low voltage power lines up here. We want it to snap if possible. If we were to do that, can we? We can't snap to it, huh? There we go. That's pretty good. What I'll do is I will activate that section there, and I will activate the construction of that. So at least we have power. Oh, and what I also want to do is I will kind of build this, and we'll need some stuff in here. Oh, the other thing we need to plan out. Okay, and then what I'll do is I would like to please do we'll make start on that. So hopefully we're not. Oh, actually, we are now building a little bit too much stuff here. But anyway, that should be a good starting point. We'll get that going. Okay, good stuff. There we go. So I would like to. We need to kind of get everything moving. Okay, how's our money? Yeah, our money took a bit of a knock now, so it's going to be pretty pricey for us to continue this journey. all the way to the end there. And what I'll do is I will go ahead and just going to tie that in like so. I think that's going to be fine. We'll get that going and we'll slowly build all of these sections so we get access to this area. I'm going to build these two so I can buy some stuff. Yeah, that's been very costly, to be honest. Very, very costly. The rest of this stuff we'll try, and you know what? Don't think I'm going to mess around too much with the road segments. So let's just get all of our key road segments in here done. If we were to do that, perfect. That should. Now I'm just hoping. Oh, there we go. Another piece of pipe that's been built at quite a cost. Here we go. We won't be able to move anybody in until we've got our water and stuff sorted out. Okay, there we go. So I think that is kind of it. There we go. Now let's stop the. Is this thing? Oh, we're out of money. Jeez. Cancel that contract, please. Jeez, that was pricey. I think there must have been. You wonder about the amount of infrastructure that we've actually built here or not. We've built some rail. That is interesting. Did not see that coming. Anyway, presumably, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to loan a little bit of rubles. Yeah. So let's just give me a small loan there over a long period of time. Actually, let's make it a little shorter. So let's just make it over a year. I think that should be fine. If we borrow that money, yeah, that should be more than sufficient. So now at least we can purchase the stuff that we need to purchase. Nothing is being constructed, right? Okay, good. Okay, this one is still being constructed. Okay, that's fair enough. So now that is kind of the starting point for this town. I've got some good suggestions for names, and we'll have a look at naming it in the next episode, really. But we've got our key infrastructure ready to go over here. So we can now get guys involved and they can start building some stuff. But in order for them to do that, though, we will need... and we can't really do it here, can we? So I'm kind of tempted to... What does this look like? Okay, so if we were to run... Yeah, so I'm kind of thinking we do a bit of a drop-off area here for our rail. Cargo train station. If we were to say a cargo train station like so. Do we make it bigger though? Let's just do the 4-track one so that we don't run into problems too quickly. So if we were to say a cargo train station, actually, what is going to be dropped off over here? Yeah, that's fine. Let's just make a 4. And what we also need to do is we'll need to drop some fuel and stuff over here also. So oil offloading, and we may also need to do some gravel. Though I don't know how we're going to do that just yet. But what we might do is we'll just need to plan for it, really. So train aggregate unloading is what I'm after. And maybe something smaller is really what we're after instead. Geez, these are pricey. So something like this, I think, is a little bit more kind of appropriate. And we'll probably need to do them in line here. Yeah, something like that, I think, is going to be about right. Though, hang on. We cancel that. What is this? Ooh, okay, let's have a look. What's going on? We can't afford to have this stop. Yeah, it was only for a moment, so that'll be fine. Let's go back to our new town. Sorry. Moving there pretty quickly. Okay. If I were to just get rid of this guy, try that again in terms of train aggregate unloading. Because it's such a... We need a pretty long... If we were to do it over there, we should have enough room to run the train through there. Yeah, and then unless we do it back this... No, that's really what it's going to have to be. Similarly, if we wanted to do the oil loading and unloading stuff, we will also need to kind of run it over here. Actually, just about the same alignment is going to be okay. And what we'll do is we want it this way. So there we go. I think there's some different soundtracks now in play here. So that gives us a little bit of flexibility. Now we can start placing a few things for unloading stuff. So if we were to say we want open storage in here, a large open storage, maybe not. We could move. Actually, we could be good. We could do something for waste as well. So if we were to say open storage medium, something like that, would have its own train, right? But anyway, I'd rather do this and not use its train connection. Okay, so if we spin it around this way, we won't use its train connection. We'll just use it to load from there. With that, yeah, something like this is probably about good. And then we also need some storage for some other stuff in here. So what kind of large storages do we have? We can do pretty big ones, actually. Something like this is pretty sizable, which could work either way. If we were to do maybe something like this. Now. No, we'll have separate ones, I think. If we were to do something like that, that'll work. We will need a aggregate storage here as well for unloading of gravel, right? So if we were to, let's just do a fairly sizable one. It's pretty big. We need that size. Can we go slightly smaller? Oh, that's actually looks a little bit nicer. Can we flip it around? Yeah, let's flip it around. So we've got... If we do that, can we get a road under there? I don't think so. I think that's going to be a little bit too tight for a road. So we'll just have to go around, if that is in fact the case. So there we go. So we've got a little bit of room there. We'll probably need some fuel and oil tanks, but we'll get there in due course. What we'll need here first, though, is a little bit of unloading facilities for bringing in some stuff. Not that one. If we go with the cargo unloading option. Yeah, this should actually work, I think. It can load and unload in this area. Do we need it? Well, we need a distribution facility. So let's get a distribution office going. The big guys. Medium distribution. Let's just go with a big distribution. Medium, big. Let's go with the big ones. So we'll get a big distribution in place here also. If we were to do that, that will be able to sort us out. Let's get that little section going. That's okay. We will need some roads here. We will need the cargo unloading facility. That's going to be a little bit in the way. So what I'd rather do is let's try... We flip it around. Ooh, that's better. I think that'll work. Right, because that will give us our rail connection through this way. Yeah, that's good. So that gives us that access. We will need a very similar thing on the other side also. Though that one is going to be less problematic, I think. Because we'll just do a little something like this instead. So that should be fine. Now we can get some roads and things connected here, and we can run all the way and join that. So this will kind of be our freight drop-off area from where some distribution and other bits and pieces can actually happen. Okay, so what we'll need to get in place fairly quickly is at least these two. So what I'll do is let's get a road in here. That's something that we will need to sort out. So if we were to get the road pretty close to there, tie that one in like so. Don't need that just yet. We'll continue to run this one straight up there. We'll need that in place, and we'll need that in place. So I think that is looking pretty reasonable. So it's pretty costly yet again. So, but let's get those built. We're going to need that to kind of sort us out. We will need to build these. Pricey. I might have to borrow another. I might have to take out another loan for this, and we'll need to get those built. So now we can start bringing in materials. We'll import from from our other facilities and the border. So yeah, I think we'll probably just bring in from our other facilities for the time being, and then we can start using this area as construction. We will need that one as well. So if I were to say, so if we were to at least run it like fairly straight like this, we'll tie in over there and tie in over there. Yeah, that should work. Happy to just pay for those. So we have access here. We probably won't start construction on a lot of this stuff. So let's stop that. This guy needs to be built. So I will go ahead and fund that for construction. So that because we'll need to bring gravel in as well. And then the question is around stuff like cement, but I don't think, concrete. We'll have to have a look. Concrete all the way on the other side. So we'll have to see if we do our own little piece here. But for the time being, we can bring some materials closer, but concrete and asphalt is probably going to have to run from the other side still. So yeah, we're out of money, but I think we are kind of ready to get our construction in this area going. So let's go and have another look at what's going on in our town. And in the next episode, we'll get the money to come up a little bit more. And in the next episode, we'll start getting our crews together. We'll start bringing in some materials, and we'll start the construction of the town. So it was, but yeah, we're not gonna auto build everything. I think I've auto built about everything I'm gonna auto build in this area. And then the rest will slowly be built by our construction crews that we bring in. But what we also need to obviously bear in mind is that we will need workers here fairly quickly. So So to be able to really make a start on that. So we might actually auto build one building, and we need a bus station. We need a bus station. I think I can get a bus station in here. So let's quickly plan a bus station in there. And then I think we might auto build a little bit of it. The key resources that, we didn't want to necessarily do that, but we'll have to do a little bit of that, I think. Obviously we're in a bit of a fire hazard at the moment. This is powered, so we do need to actually bring in some fuel there for our vehicles. We want a bus station. Let's quickly plan out a bus station, and then I'm going to end the episode and we'll see what happens next. Bus stations. Here we go. A bus platform, a bus station. Actually, it's an in-game bus station. I'm a big fan of this one, actually. Looks really nice. Let's do that one. Is there anything else if we were bus station? If we were to say that. Yeah, maybe we do smaller bus stations instead. Yeah, maybe that's better if we do smaller bus stations out on the outskirts over here. Yeah, maybe we do smaller bus stations so we can do more of them potentially. What we'll do is we'll tie in there. Well, that's going to be one way, right? So we'll tie in with A1 and we'll do out on this side. Yeah, that's going to be fine. I will go ahead and pay for that, even though our money is not looking good. So anyway, that's our bus station there. So at least all of these can go bus station. They can go there. Obviously, this town will grow enormously, probably all the way up to, say, here. But I'm kind of tempted to grow it more in the other direction than this direction. Well, at least not in this area, maybe. Okay, well, guys, there we go. That's the start of this new town. Let's quickly fly on over to the other side and just see what's going on. I think our happiness is generally sorted out. We don't have people starving anymore, which is good. So I think this is working. Has that been built? It has been built, and we've seen a lot of people move in there. So hopefully our population is starting to grow. We've got everything we need, so people should be pretty happy and healthy over here. I haven't noticed anything in too much trouble. Few cells. Okay, well let's open up to more sellers then. At least let's get everybody going. Plenty of workers over here, so we can probably run a few more buses if we wanted to run things a little bit more aggressively. This is, yeah, absolutely working its magic. Yeah, one of the things that we could consider is piping some of this stuff to the border, but for the time being, I'm not going to do that. All of this is looking good. Everything okay? What's this looking like? Are we seeing enough workers here? I do wonder. Extra buses, I think. In the next episode, we'll have a quick look at that, and then we'll start some more works. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button. There's still plenty for us to do. I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye!